What's up? On a mission to rule this world, and I won't stop till it's all razed to the ground. But I can't help but feel like I'm just trying to make dead people amazed and proud. So I did my best to scream nothing, not a sound escaped my mouth. Then I saw my brother get killed, nothing, not a sound escaped my mouth. With a plan to rise to the occasion through trials and tribulation. These hypocrite council of elders with endless debates, laws and stipulations. It all started right in the heart of a battlefield as a baby. Could not run away from enemies, so it's time for me to embark on investigation. Soon after the tablets telling me there's no stopping the curse of hatred. Then I woke up in the real world, that's an illusion. I'm trapped in the matrix, started thinking about back to the basics. If I one-shot life, I can make it. Trying to create while I destroy, like I'm trying to make the very music that I'm facing. Later on that day, I fell to the ground from exhaustion. Laying on my back cause I'm half conscious. I can only stare at the blue skies. Then I told myself I can beat time. It's like I believed in my own lies, pushing everyone away with the diva path and the renegade gun in both eyes. And it's unfair, cause all my ninjas we see what is not there, like an illusion. If it's so real, then tell me why do I feel like it's not real, like an illusion. And it's unfair.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Recently, the Adventurers Guild has received an unusual commission, and after careful consideration, we believe that
the Traveler would be the most suitable candidate, right?
Indeed, as ever. I will spare the pleasantries then. May I ask if you two are available to help? Well, let me go over it briefly. Our client for this job is the Yashiro Commission. Apparently, Rift Towns are attacking the roots of the sacred Sakura nearby Mount Yogo in great numbers.
Rift Towns? On Narukami Island?
Yes. We are not sure where exactly these creatures come from. But this time, they are attacking in alarming numbers with great aggression and a clear target. The sacred Sakura is of tremendous importance to Inazuma. I trust you are aware of this already? Good. Then you can see that this case is very urgent indeed.
Is the Tenryu Commission aware?
Yes, and they are already taking action of their own. However, given that the sacred Sakura's root system is vast and complex, and faced with the unpredictability and scale of the Rift Town's attacks, they are finding it difficult to defend against them. Their main priority is to protect the civilian population, so they are actively looking to cooperate with all other available forces to eliminate the monsters. The Adventurers Guild is one of the key parties assisting the Tenryu Commission with their work. But so far, the combined efforts to combat the Rift Towns has... You have our deepest gratitude. Your confident response puts me far more at ease. I will mark on your map the areas where Rift Town appearances have been recently reported. I hope you won't encounter too much trouble overcoming them.
Relax. We'll be back before you can say Ad Astra Abyssosk. They're attacking the sacred Sakura! Stop them!
Shadows of fate!
Written in the stars! Goes the ship down!
Oh, that hurt.
Time for a light show!
oblivion!
Shogun? Wait,
Oh, it's you two. It has been a long time. We have not seen each other since the resolution of the Tenryo Commission crisis.
okay, sounds more like A. You sure made short work of them. That was amazing.
I'm making early preparations for what is to come. Last time we took a walk around Inazuma together, I witnessed the way the world is today. I was finally able to comprehend some things that I had never understood in the past. Since then, every time I encounter an obstacle in my thinking, I find myself having the urge to spend some time in the outside world.
Makes sense. You must get super bored being stuck in there all the time.
Might I remind you that I am not here to amuse myself? Recently, I have observed a number of changes in the external world from the plane of Euthymia. The most serious of these being the attack on the sacred Sakura by numerous rift hounds. I considered this matter worthy of my attention. If the Shogun rather than I were to discover them, yes, perhaps she would have left the situation alone.
Why? Because she's just...
Precisely. According to the rules I designed for her, matters of this nature are to be delegated to the Tri-Commission. But rift hounds attacking the sacred Sakura... It brings back bad memories of that terrible disaster.
A disaster?
Yes. 500 years ago, a great catastrophe befell Inazuma. Everything was engulfed in a pitch-black fog, and monsters ravaged the land. The monsters committed many atrocities on Inazuman soil, and the Rift Hounds were always their advance guard. Their duty was to tear open a passage through space with their claws. So you've heard of it too. That's an episode of history that I am loath to recall. Maybe to you, it seems like my response to these creatures was an excessive one. But an excess of caution is not...
Guess you can't argue with that.
Since we are both here for the same reason, from the traces they've left in the surrounding area...
Paimon feels so safe when we're in Ace company. Having someone uber powerful on your team kinda makes you feel... Oh yeah, after we've dealt with the monster... This color! It's similar to the color when the sacred Sakura takes damage. Let's follow it. It should be this way.
We are lucky. The damage is not too serious. The Yashiro Commission will be able to nurse the root system back to health.
This stuff that's flowing out, is it sap or something? And how come it's glowing? Huh? What's this? Could they be dead? But why would they?
Let's search the area. Perhaps we will find out.
I can't go on like this. Not when the other troops are counting on me.
What happened here?
Who are you? What are you doing here? Run quick while you still can. The monsters will be back. We will defend Inazuma until our dying breath. You don't know? Beasts and horrifying monsters are everywhere. Every last trace of humanity's existence, I tell.
But look, none of that's.
Not right now. But they'll be back. The almighty shogun is gone. So is Kitsune Saigu. There is no one left to rely on, but I don't know how long we can hold out.
Don't worry, I'm right here.
You're back. Please, we beg you. Only the glow of your supreme lightning.
Calm down.
Over. But...
Look around you. There are no monsters. Nor...
What? But how? Just moments ago, I saw them tear my comrade to shreds with my...
Hey, calm down.
I think I understand. Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you, thank you.
What's wrong with him?
He's gone.
Paimon can't even begin.
If I am not mistaken, what we just saw was a samurai's memory that was buried in the land. The sacred sakura can absorb and purify the filth in the ley lines. After the Rift Hounds attacked, some of this filth leaked out through the cracks in the trunk and formed a physical entity. An entity formed with strong filth would be highly aggressive. But when purified, it presents in the form of a memory. Purified filth quickly dissipates and will be absorbed by the ley lines shortly afterwards. In other words...
So the memories of the ones that died are all appearing at this moment?
Yes. That soldier was one of the many thousands who made the ultimate sacrifice. What he was describing just now? Yes. Inazuma was facing many great crises at that time. Some were local in origin, while others came from the now fallen kingdom of Kanria. The disaster in Inazuma caused me great concern. I felt that I had to step in before it was too late, otherwise it would spread to all of Teyvat. But my friend, Kitsune Saigu, reassured me that I had nothing to worry about. I could tell that, although neither of us acknowledged it, we both knew that the road ahead would likely end in tragedy.
So, Inazuma was attacked at the same time as when the disaster happened in...
Indeed. Countless monsters suddenly appeared throughout all of Inazuma. In the end, Kitsune Saigu's... I never had the chance to see her one last time. But I would like to believe that... But even then, Inazuma was left more devastated than we could have ever imagined. Those terrible tragedies...
Hey?
Yes. For all my martial might was in vain. Though I could conquer Tatarigami and vanquish monsters, I was helpless against the ravages of time, powerless to keep the ones I cherished alive. But after my clash with human ambition, when I traveled around Inazuma with you, I caught a glimpse of how the nation has progressed over the centuries. Moving forward inevitably invites further loss. But just think of that soldier. All those who sacrificed themselves back then gave their lives fighting for a future. As Inazuma's god, It is high time I honored their wishes. Warriors of the past, I will never...
He's taking all this pretty hard.
Come on.
As expected, there are a load of Rift Hounds here too!
Leave them to me. Torn to oblivion! Shine down! Illusion shattered! There is no escape!
Huh? Something seems wrong with A.
Why would you ask that?
Well, usually you'd pull out your...
You are unduly concerned. I'm simply conserving my energy. Although I have some understanding of the situation already, it could take an unexpected turn at any time. I must be prepared for anything. If there are more formidable monsters lying in wait in this area, I must make sure I have the strength to face them.
Ah, makes sense. The roots seem pretty badly damaged this time. We definitely... Hey, the same light is leaking out again.
Furuyama?
Almighty Shogun, what brings you back so soon? I thought you...
Fighting a battle in a distant land? Sounds like this guy's talking about fight.
Allow me to introduce Furuyama. He is a tea master and a member of my retinue. Though blind, Furuyama is unparalleled in his ability to appraise tea. He brews...
Your Excellency, you shower me with praise undeserved. I have simply had the good fortune to be in Your Excellency's presence long enough to become acquainted with all the skills that are required of me. It sounds like the Almighty Shogun has brought a guest. I'm afraid I'm unable to serve you any respectable refreshments on account of the current situation. But please, sit and rest. After all, it's quite a mess.
What should we do? Oh,
I see. So, they have fought their way this far already. Most of the residents in this neighborhood have already escaped. They wanted to take me with them, but it seemed rather pointless to me. So, I decided to stay. And now the Almighty Shogun is here, I have even less reason to run away. Imagine if this was something that even the Almighty Shogun was. People flee out of a desire to live on. But me, I have no such thoughts, and I have no regrets. The Almighty Shogun often speaks to me about her dreams over tea. Just listening to her stories. One thing she always says. So you see, as bleak as things may be now, I have experienced countless wonderful things in life, and have no reason not to be satisfied. It won't be long now before I have to say goodbye to the old... But I suppose it doesn't matter. Everyone says that Inazuma has turned dark now. But to me, it went dark a long time ago. Once this catastrophe is over... Oh, goodness me. Speaking of befuddled, look at me rambling away to my heart's content and forgetting to serve the Almighty Shogun comes to visit and I don't have the tea ready. A truly egregious loss of decorum. One moment, I'll just... Where in the world is the tea set?
Can't see a tea set any-
Really? But it's always been right by my side. I couldn't possibly have my guests
Don't worry about it. Take a rest. We'll be back right away.
Almighty Shogun, you're not...
This place is complicated. It's quite unlike the tea house in your memory. Leave it to us.
But... I can't decide whether it's a final regret.
Where should we go to find a tea set? Having a cup of tea isn't exactly the most urgent thing to do right now.
I'm also feeling very nostalgic for his tea.
Oh, why don't we go to the Kamisato estate? There'll definitely be a tea set we can borrow there.
It's the Traveler. And the almighty Shogun. How might I be of assistance here?
I wish to borrow a tea set from the Yashiro Commission.
Oh, sure. I'll fetch, please step into the court.
Be at ease. I'm not here to see Commissioner Kamisato.
No. I am your humble servant. I daren't think of my own convenience when the almighty Shogun graces me with her presence. I'll deal with it right...
Well, it's not often we have the chance to chat.
Right. Paimon wanted to ask that too. The almighty Shogun that he described didn't sound anything like you at all.
I seldom had the time to drink tea. Any free time I had was spent practicing martial arts. So, in the vast majority of cases, the one he made tea for was the former Electro Archon, who was also my sister. He may well have had an inkling about there being two Raiden shoguns, but he always acted as if he was completely unaware of it. The philosophy of life that he shared with us just now, that was Makoto's view on reality. She always saw things that way.
You and Makoto had pretty different...
Indeed we did. It was the biggest difference between us. In her eyes, the most precious things in this world were dreams. The yearning for a better future held by living beings. They are similar, but not identical. When you came charging into the plane of Euthymia, I saw human aspirations light up the sky far above in the form of countless stars. This somewhat shook me. Now, it seems like she was right, while I took the wayward path.
Wow. There sure was a lot going on beneath the surface.
Makoto saw a bigger picture than I did. In her view, a dream is more imaginary, more abstract than an ambition. An ambition is a yearning for something material, or a concrete outcome. It is finite in nature, and will be replaced by a new ambition in due course. Makoto was more concerned with the force that drives humans to constantly generate new ambitions in the first place. It is something innate, rooted in instinct. In other words, it is something eternal.
That's...
To put it simply, Makoto wasn't concerned about outcomes. I didn't understand at the time. How can we say that we are maintaining eternity when things are constantly moving forward and evolving? I suppose what it comes down to is the definition of eternity she set out with. Yes, it does. I always thought that she must have grasped some elusive, arcane wisdom to arrive at the conclusions she did. But in the last analysis, Makoto's philosophy was, on the surface at least, an elegantly simple one. Notwithstanding that it was also the more prudent choice, based on a more mature, far-sighted outlook.
Do you feel you're starting to understand?
You have already witnessed my previous views on eternity. But now, I no longer cling to what was lost. I suppose that means our differences have been reconciled.
Almighty Shogun, I found a tea set. This one in particular should be fit for your Excellency's use.
It's quite beautiful.
You are too kind.
It's all good, sir. She's at.
Let us return. We are...
Hey, he wouldn't have gone looking for a tea set himself.
Or...
So we won't get to. We didn't even have a.
The information held in the ley lines is complex and disorderly. Well, this chance won't come often, and we do have a tea set. I've watched Furuyama brew tea on many occasions. I doubt I should have any major problem. The tea is ready. Please get... So many thoughts were racing through my head as I was brewing it. I'm not sure. You're right. But I've been reminded of many people, too. Kitsune Saigu, Makoto, and all the other friends who I watched pass even further back. Back at the Yashiro Commission, I kept the conversation reasonably lighthearted. But now, I'd like to broach a heavier topic, if I may. The events of 500 years ago not only robbed me of my friend, Kitsune Saigu, they also took Makoto away from me.
She died in that disaster.
Yes. She went to Conria alone, without telling me. Unlike me, Makoto was no martial artist. Whenever similar crises had arisen in the past, I was always the one to face them in her stead. But this time, the circumstances were so grave that Makoto had no choice but to leave me behind. Or perhaps it was more that she went ahead of me, put herself in front of me, so that I would remain hidden. In any case, by the time I realized what was happening, yes, it was too late. I arrived only in time to hear her dying breath. She had already lapsed into unconsciousness by that point, so all I could do was enter into her mind. As far as you're concerned, it would be somewhere similar to the plane of Euthymia. It was there that we bid each other a final farewell. I cried bitterly. Why did she go to Conria first, and not I? Why did she keep me in the dark about it? It was there and then that I resolved to pursue eternity. As a testament to that decision, I saved her realm of consciousness just before it collapsed completely, and brought it back to Inazuma.
That's quite a story.
When I returned to Inazuma, I was shocked to find that a great sakura tree had appeared on Mount Yogo. The tree, that's exactly what everyone back then told me as well. That it had existed since time immemorial. They were so matter-of-fact about it, and couldn't at all understand what I was so surprised about. No one questioned it. And yet, its presence contrasted so starkly with the area as I remembered it. It seemed as if I was the only one to have noticed it appear suddenly out of thin air. In the end, I simply had to accept that it was a miraculous effect of Makoto's consciousness. With the help of the sacred Sakura's power, I was finally able to overcome the monsters and quell the disaster in Inazuma.
This is all really hard to understand. Kinda beyond.
Yes. She had such a great love for this land, and for its people. I once told myself that I would never speak of these events again. Facing the fact that she is gone is unbearably painful. But even the tea that is most bitter to the tongue, once swallowed, leaves some sweetness in the throat. And it's time I came to terms with it all.
Oh, while we're on the topic, since you experienced that battle in...
Brother? You mean to say that he was somehow involved in...
Based on what we've learned so far?
I'm sorry. And also, my mind was consumed entirely with the plight of Inazuma. So, I'm...
Oh, well, boy.
With this last cup of tea, thank you, Destiny.
We should go. Let's keep following the traces.
Very well. Based on my investigation so far, I believe this next pack of monsters should be the last.
Adventure time! Teamwork is dreamwork!
Once again, please leave them to me.
Hey!
Illusion shattered!
Are you alright?
I'm fine. Inazuma shines eternal! There is no escape! Illusion shattered!
Maybe you should leave this one to us.
My apologies.
Don't worry about it. We'll deal with the monster. Look, that's the same light again.
Where am I? Who are you? Almighty Shogun, you're here too! Are you injured, Your Excellency?
I'm quite all right.
We, the Shogunate Samurai, will defend the Shogun until the very end.
Come on, man. They're coming back for—
Don't!
Danger is our duty, ma'am. If we were—
No need to worry.
Is that a vision?
It certainly is. I know the gods are omnipotent and they're willing— If the Almighty Shogun is in trouble—
So that's how samurai of that era understood visions, huh?
Nobody knew where Your Excellency had gone, and we were starting to despair. But now we've— Just the sight of you appearing before us once more. This hope is the light.
Everyone—
We'll help too!
Huh? Affirmative, but watch your backs.
Protect the Almighty Shogun!
A festive reprise! Decided by destiny. Delve into destiny. Strike is one. Observe. The fuse is lit. Burned too brightly. Off we go! Everybody stand back! Don't worry. The festival ends. Let me scribe. Shadows of fate. Yeah. Adventure time! Huh? Off we go!
And step. This script needs a rewrite.
I'm going in! Huh? Yeah. Yeah. Get out of here! Off we go! Off we go! Huh? Everybody stand back! Delve into destiny! Yeah! Flag slide! Ta. Ha. Ha. Z. Ha. Adventure! Huh? Ha. Teamwork is dreamwork! Fire hazard!
It seems like their attacks are finally over.
I've never fought.
Thank you all.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. I feel much better.
You fought phenomenally. It was truly awe-inspiring. The monsters will definitely come back. And when they do, quickly, escort Her Excellency.
When everyone sees the Almighty.
Well, what are you guys?
We will stay here and guard against the monsters. We are brothers in arms.
Just leave it to us. But the Almighty Shogun is the only one of us with the power to change the present state of affairs. No matter what kind of threat faces Inazuma.
Thank you all very much. I should not have left it this late to make this promise.
Don't worry, Your Excellency. With you leading us.
Glory to the Shogun!
Glory to the Shogun!
They're gone.
It was both. The people's sacrifice has always... The result being that in the centuries since... You could take the view, but even so, they are due a resolution.
Well,
Thank you for your comforting words. But I used to think just like... But what Inazuma needs more than a warrior is someone like Makoto. Even though I am utterly unlike Makoto and can never become the person she was, I still need to do the things that she would have done. Yes, they are. As the Raiden Shogun, they...
well said.
Change will come to Ina, no matter how long it takes. Now that we've dealt with the Rift Hound, I will leave the Tenryo and Yashiro commissions to handle the follow-up work.
Alrighty then. It looks calm on the outside, but Paimon bets her emotion. She seems to have changed a lot. Huh? What's wrong, eh? What's going on? Are you feeling unwell again?
It looks like the situation... No need. She is calling. I need to go to the...
Why? What?
A battleground. We're finally here. The entrance should be nearby. It's getting... This is a place I once sealed off with my own hands.
Huh? What are you talking about? And who is... Where are we Whoa. This place... Look, it's another A!
We meet again, traveler. This body is an assistant to the One Within, but it is also the guardian of the rules. Should the One Within wish to stray from the rules, this body shall stand in her way.
Wait! Paimon knows that voice! Is that... the puppet?
You have wandered the realm in my body, and you appear to have grasped the true essence of eternity. You believe your present self has greater certainty than your former self. Thus, you believe your present self is correct, don't you? But have you really been enlightened with new ideas? Or have you been degraded by irreversible erosion? I'm here to show you my answer. We are both warriors, and the dialogue we must now have shall be conducted by the blade alone.
Wait! The atmosphere in here just took a turn for the worse!
The discomfort I was experiencing earlier was caused by the Shogun rejecting my continued use of her body. As she indicates, once I started entertaining the idea of change, I became hostile in her eyes. But inside a realm of consciousness, I exist independently of her. Though she is a puppet, the Shogun has her own consciousness too. When necessary, she appears here to confront me.
Paimon gets that everyone has their internal battles and stuff, but not like this! It's a bit extreme! Hey, showdown with the Shogun? Never thought we'd see that day!
The rules I set for the Shogun are... No. The Shogun herself is the manifestation of my past ideals. The very foundation stone of eternity. It shall not be easily swayed. I would not try to change her if it wasn't necessary.
Isn't there any other way? Can't you talk it through or something? But they both just...
My form is a symbol of supreme majesty, in which has been vested power over all the realm. It is the cohesive embodiment of all that constitutes the Raiden Shogun. It inherits A's pain, the pain of inevitable loss that comes as she moves forward. So too does it inherit her determination to reach eternity. Every action undertaken is for the sake of resisting erosion. Determination, courage, love, hatred, all of these will be degraded and distorted by the incessant flow of time. Only rules shall remain constant for eternity. Those were my thoughts when I created you. Now, they are towering obstacles that I... You wish to make yourself my enemy? I am your past, the everlasting law, the guardian of eternity. And I am she who promised a dream to her subjects. Raiden A. In the end, even the proud and mighty Oni Maiden was cut down and disgraced. Your blade has been cleansed of her blood and filth. Never shall it shine as brightly as it once did. Weak. There is no escape. Pathetic. Be gone. Inferior. Be gone. Absurd. Torn to oblivion. Illusion shattered. The Kitsune Sakura blossoms that once filled the skies fell to the ground as pitch-black rain. As long as the ley lines flow, the relentless erosion of time will never stop.
She's completely recovered?
Now you shall perish! Shine down! The divine lightning that envelops all of Inazuma will fade silently into the clouds. There shall never be another. Never. For the rest of time. Evasion is futile. Insolent. There is no escape. Inazuma shines eternal. Weak. Be gone. You thyme here.
If you have made it to the end of the video and you ain't like it yet, what the fuck are you doing, my guy?
Goddamn button!
Push the goddamn button!
You heard what she said.
Weapon of mass destruction. Weapon of mass destruction. Thank God I ascended. I prayed for the ending of conflict and deliverance from all those monsters who lived in my conscience. You hear helicopters that carry Uchiha doctors, insurgents to cut out all the self-hatred I fostered, but it's like
something tonight, sending chills down my spine. Don't know where to hide. I'm terrified. Echoes and moans, it won't leave me alone. It's coming alive. I'm terrified.
see the Uchiha soldier on the battlefield, stay alive, only thing that's mattering. Unbu clan finna destabilize the generals that are saber rattling. Death toll is maddening, dismantling the faith of a snake, choose tattling, so saddening, still